It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. A 16-year-old girl has been flown to the spinal unit at Sydney's Royal North Shore Hospital after a gymnastics accident at Raymond Terrace. Ambulance paramedics were called to a gym in Sturgeon Street at about 7:30 last night, where it's understood the girl had landed heavily on her back. She was treated at the scene before being airlifted to Sydney by the Hunters Westpac rescue helicopter. A 37-year-old man has been taken to the Calvary Mater Hospital for a mental health assessment following a siege at Jesmond. Police were called to a domestic dispute at a home in Cameron Street just before 1 this morning, but say the man armed himself with a hammer and knife and barricaded himself in a room. Negotiators were called in and eventually he surrendered to them. It's expected he'll be charged over the incident. We could see a mix of university, residential and commercial buildings along the former heavy rail corridor in Newcastle in coming years. Council last night gave the green light to a rezoning application, which would also see areas of green space created along the strip from Worth Place to Watt Street. The rezoning application now goes to the Department of Planning for consideration. Hunter Development Corporation CEO Michael Castle is welcoming Council's decision, but has also stressed any developments on the land will be subject to normal approval processes and community consultation. Newcastle Labor councillors have used their majority to approve their $4,000 pay rise. Their annual take-home pay is now just over $30,000, while the Lord Mayor's pay and allowances will increase from $102,000 to just over $125,000. Independent councillor Andrea Rufo argued the money could be better spent on public domain works, but Labor councillor Declan Clausen says the increase reflects their workload and brings the Lord Mayor's pay into line with mayors in other regional cities. Every 10 minutes, somewhere in Australia, someone is having a heart attack. It's prompted the Heart Foundation to award 6 Hunter heart researchers with a share in $750,000 to go towards their work. Professor of Cardiovascular Medicine Andrew Boyle is one of the researchers who've received funding and says it will be vital to his research.
So this funding is going to allow us to do cardiac MRI, which are the most expensive but the best scans to do to accurately look at the size of a heart attack and the degree of heart damage from the heart attack.
2 new community hubs in Vanuatu have been rebuilt by Hunter campus housing tenants after they were devastated by Cyclone Pam in 2015. They've been rebuilt in a village which is home to 2,000 people. Martin Kennedy from Campus Housing says it's a great feeling to be part of such a worthwhile project.
They've been quite pleased. It's been quite gratifying. Both of the new facilities were opened last week. There was a really good turnout amongst the locals. I believe we had some of the local chiefs, and the Minister for Education for Vanuatu actually turned up to one of them as well. So they've been a big hit.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Newcastle Jets coach Ernie Merrick has made it very clear what he's looking for in his front line as the club look for injury replacements in the transfer window. Merrick says he's looking to find goal scorers rather than filling specific roles in the team.
I'll take any high-quality striker rather than identify specifically a number 9. As I say, I think Andrew can play that role really well. If it's another type of attacking player, that would be fine. It's the quality we're looking for rather than worrying about the position.
Meanwhile, Merrick believes the excellent form of Jets star Dimi Petratos has put him in contention for a Socceroos jersey ahead of next year's World Cup. Ed Knights player Mitch Barnett is ahead of schedule in his recovery from a shoulder reconstruction. Barnett and Daniel Saifidi will be looking to up the intensity of their pre-season training in the new year after being restricted to a light program. Barnett says so far he's on track to be fit for the start of next season. That's sport. I'm Tynan Salamone.
And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 6, 31, 35, 7, 4, 43 and 3, and the supplementaries are 9 and 28. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.